We begin with a bizarre twist tonight. Two men in jail, and now their mother and ex-wife has joined them. We're talking about the two suspects from a Centerville kidnapping arrested yesterday in Wyoming. The woman, who's an ex-wife to one, a mother to the other, is now behind bars in the same Wyoming jail. Good for Utah's Aldo was in Wyoming yesterday. He's in our newsroom tonight to explain how all this went down. Aldo?
Yeah, Randall, DJ Harrison's capture and arrest happened right as we were going live last night in Wyoming. And as you just mentioned, his mother showed up at the jail late last night to bail out her son and her ex-husband. But because she violated conditions of her parole, she too was booked into the same jail as her son and ex-husband.
He was almost a relief. I think he was tired of the hiding and was obviously very tired. And I think he was ready to give up.
Considered armed and dangerous and known for making threats against police, the arrest of DJ Harrison came with very little struggle.
At about 10 o'clock or just before, some of the law enforcement personnel that remained on scene to keep the roadblock up had seen him walking about 1.5 miles up the road towards them and went and picked him up.
Today we learned exactly how Harrison was able to evade a search by multiple agencies, dozens of officers, and a Utah DPS helicopter equipped with infrared technology.
He knew it was from Utah. He saw the markings on it. He knew they were searching for him. So he just laid low. He hid underneath the trees and the shrubs, where it made it really difficult for the helicopter to see him from the air.
Now he sits in jail alongside his father, Flint Harrison, at the Sublette County Sheriff's Office in Pinedale, Wyoming. Just hours after his arrest, another Harrison, DJ's mother and ex-wife to Flint, would join them behind bars.
Marianne was very dramatic, was interfering with the investigation, and the Department of Corrections issued a warrant for her arrest.
Court records obtained by ABC4 News show Marianne Harrison was sentenced to a maximum of 5 years in prison for forgery and unlawful possession of a credit card in 2011. She showed up at the jail with $10,000 cash, prepared to bail out the two. Police say she was booked into jail for violating conditions of her parole.
She didn't get permission to leave the state.
The search for DJ Harrison continued Saturday after his father turned himself into police early that morning. Police say he abandoned his son at their campsite around 9 o'clock Friday night.
Gave locations and descriptions of locations in the Half Moon Lake area, and we started a search as soon as daylight.
Prior to Flint Harrison's arrest, police had no idea the two were in Wyoming. Now all three Harrisons sit in jail and will go before a judge in the coming days.
They'll have the charges explained to them and asked to sign a waiver of extradition. If they sign that waiver, then Centerville police will go up and pick them up and bring them back to Utah. If they refuse to sign the waiver, then we'll obtain a governor's warrant through the Attorney General's office, and then Wyoming judge will make a ruling whether they should be returned to Utah or not.
And the two men are facing 5 counts of aggravated kidnapping and 5 counts of aggravated assault. Flint Harrison is facing an extra charge for possession of a firearm by a restricted person. And Centerville police say that the victims have been made aware of their capture and are relieved that this is now all over. Reporting in the newsroom, Aldo, Good for Utah.
Thank you, Aldo.